I'm scrolling on my Facebook page, feeling curious, the turning months. He's got the legal education, baby, yeah. He's the litigation expert. No one like the back of my hand. You got a problem, he's the lawyer on the demand. Check his post, they're full of legal advice. Learning about the law, it's like a rolling dice from contracts to torts. He's got it all covered. Attorney Marks, he's the legal expert, no other. I'm scrolling on my he's throwing up your feet, learning about the law, that's all we really need. He's got the knowledge, he's got the skills. I'm scrolling on my he's paying all your legal bills. I'm scrolling on my he's paying all your legal bills. He's got the legal education, baby, yeah. He's the litigation expert. No one like the back of my hand. You got a problem, he's the lawyer on the demand. Check his post, they're full of legal advice. Learning about the law, it's like a rolling dice from contracts to torts. He's got it all covered. Attorney Marks, he's the legal expert, no other. I'm scrolling on my he's paying all your legal bills.
Okay, so good sa inyong lahat, mga students. Yan na, medyo maingay dito. Anyway, so another week na naman, weekends na naman tayo, pero itutuloy pa rin po natin yung ating Under the Law segment. Right? Sana po ay nag-enjoy po tayo sa ating weekends kasi alam naman natin, this January 6 possible, formal na ang pasukan. Anyway, continue pa rin po natin yung ating discussions kasi mahaba-haba to eh. Actually, mahaba siya kasi marami tayo pag-usapan. Pero, hindi naman siya itong topic na to for tonight. Hindi talaga siya mahaba. Very, very short lang siya. But I think it's good to makidayo tayo ulit, no? Balikan natin yung importance ng topic na to. So, our topic, again, this is Under the Law 75. Medyo parami yung ating natatapos ng mga episodes. Sana ay dumaki pa ating mga viewers at saka mga listeners. So, Under the Law episode 75. So, ito yung case ni Candy, aka Baby Jillian Muring Ferrer or Ferrer versus People. So, ano yung dito? Ano yung antecedent or facts? So, ano nangyari dito is that may isang minor, kasi again, unnamed siya. Tapos, nagtatrabaho siya sa Cagayan de Oro as a dancer. Dancer siya. Dancer sa isang club, nightclubs. Now, inintroduce siya ng tito niya dito sa accused, sina Candy, kung saan nag-offer itong si Candy or the accused na malaki ang opportunity na makukuha nila sa Cebu. Yan, opportunity sa Cebu. So, again, take note na dancer na siya, ha? Dancer na siya sa nightclubs. So, sa Cebu, good opportunities. Malaki kitaan doon. At the same time, naka-recruit pa siya ng, kung yung nagkakamali, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yung, meron pang na-recruit na dalawa. So, same issue din, opportunity din, Cebu, ganito, ganyan. So, of course, fully aware yung itong mga bata. Mga bata pa, yung isa 14, yung isa 17, isa 16, may 15, ayun. So, nakita-kita din sila sa pier. So, ang sabi ni Candy dito sa mga minors, again, ito yung ticket nyo. Instruct ko kayo ang gagawin natin. Ang gagawin natin sa Cebu ay sasayo kayo, GRO, Guest Relation Officer. Dancer kayo. Ayan. Sa gabi, At meron din kayong kung gusto nyo din at payagan kayo na papumayag kayo at gusto din kayo ng customer, pwede kayo niyang i-hotel. Ayan, iuwi kayo. So, 50-50. So, let's say, for example, kung 6,000 pesos yung binayad ng client, may 3,000 siya. So, anong gagawin? Of course, no, sexual intercourse. Right? Sexual activity. At saka, sabi pa ni Candy, pag tinanong kayo, ang sabihin nyo, magbabakasyon lang tayo. Wala kayong sasabihin na kahit ano. Now, pagsakay nila doon sa barko, pagbaba nila, tinanong sila, anong gagawin nyo doon? So, syempre, sabi ng mga victim, ng mga minor, sabi na magbabakasyon sila. Di pala nila alam, yung lalaki pala niya is an undercover agent sa police. Dinala siya sa police station. Interrogate sila. To make things short, nung na-interrogate siya, dinala din sila sa, kung di ako nagkakamali, hindi lang sa bakasyon, yung sinabi nila is, mag-attend daw sila ng wedding ni Candy, yung accused at saka yung fiancé niya. Take note, yung bar na pagtatrabaho nitong mga minors na to ay pagmamay-ari ng kanyang fiancé, which is a Korean, sa Cebu. Now, ano nangyari? Pagkatapos naman na sa police, tinransfer yung ating mga recruits or mga victims sa Children Intervention Unit of the Department of Social Welfare and Development or CIU-DSWD. Now, final na ng kaso, sina-accused. Nag-file sa accused, ang penile is anti-trafficking. Siyempre, sabi ni Candy, ito yung pinaka-main issue. Ang tanong ni Candy ngayon, ba't ako makakasuhan ng anti-trafficking wala pa naman naganap? Oo, pwede na natin sabihin or assuming for the sake of argument na pwede natin na plano ko talaga is para magsayaw sila sa gabi. Dalawa yung pwede kong dispute dyan. Una, dispute natin is may mga iba sa kanila dancer na sa Cagayan de Oro. So, already presumed dancers of the night. So, possible, baka may prostitution pa nga saan na ini-recruit namin. So, may trabaho na, may karanasan na yun. Doesn't matter if minor. Ikalawa, wala na pa naman naganap sa amin Pumunta lang kami sa Cebu, pagbaba namin, hinuli nyo kami. Hindi naman nakita yung babae sumasayaw or naging prostitute. Well, there's no overt act according to the accused. Now, the issue here is that will the accused be charged under RA 9208 or Anti-Trafficking in Persons Act of 2003 if they recruit, pay the fares, and accompanying the victims to work in a bar as GROs and dancers every night? Kasi ang gina-contention dito or argument dito ni accused is wala pang overt acts of prostitution. Though they may be given the petition or the accused pay the fares accompanying these victims, pero wala pa naman silang employment na naganap. Di pa sila nakakapag-deploy. Ayun. Papunta pala. Sabi ng Supreme Court, let us look at the RA 9208, no? Respecting also the new rules expanding the anti-trafficking, which is, kung di ako nagkakamali, is let me see, sorry. Ang nag-expand dito is RA 10364. Okay? Respecting 10364. Ang sabi niyo sa RA 9208, Section 3A. Trafficking in persons to the recruitment, transportation. Una-una ulit na natin. Ang sinabi sa RA 9208, insofar as recruitment, paying the fares, accompanying these victims to work as prostitution na hindi pa ganap, wala pang nangyari. Sabi dito sa Section 3A, trafficking in persons refers to the recruitment, transportation, transfer, or harboring, or receipt of person with or without the victim's consent or knowledge, within or across the national borders by means of threat or use of force or other forms of coercion, abduction, fraud, deception, abuse of power or position, taking advantage of the vulnerability of the person, or giving or receiving of payments or benefits to achieve to achieve the consent of a person having control over the another person for the purpose of exploitation, which includes at a minimum of the exploitation or the prostitution of others, or other forms of sexual exploitation, forced labor or services, slavery, servitude, or the removal of sale or organ. The recruitment, transportation, transfer, harboring, or receipt of a child for the purpose of exploitation shall also be considered as trafficking in persons, even if it does not involve any of the means set forth in the preceding paragraph. Malinaw sa malinaw, no? Recruitment, transportation, and transfer. Harboring. Ano yung nangyari dito sa case? Ni-recruit, nagbayad sila ng pamasahe na para sa bangka or boat, Roro, and accompanying, kasi nagbigay pa nga sila ng instruction ito gagawin nyo, ito trabaho nyo, GRO ka, dancer, kung pwede, kung iuwi ka ng isang kliyente, pwede, basta 50-50, kung 6,000, 3,000 yung makukuha mo. Okay na yun. Yun ang una mo nating tingnan. From this section 3A, pasok na pasok yung kaso na to. Although, yung point the accused does not have merit at all. Yan na naman natin. Section 4A. Acts of trafficking in person, it shall be unlawful for any person, natural or juridical, to commit any of the following acts. A. To recruit, transport, transfer, harbor, provide, or receive a person by any means, including those done under the pretext of domestic or overseas employment or training or apprenticeship for the purpose of prostitution, pornography, sexual exploitation, forced labor, slavery, involuntary servitude, or debt bondage. Ayan. Another one, malinaw na naman dito sa section 4 ng 9208, paragraph A, na sa recruitment, transport, at sa transfer pa lang, pwede nang maganap yung ating trafficking in persons. Alright? Or trafficking. Alright. Now, isa pa, sabi pa na naman dito sa isang case, to solidify the ruling of the Supreme Court, neither the presence of the trafficker's clients nor the intercourse with the victim is required to support a finding of trafficking. So, hindi kailangan na magkaroon muna ng intercourse, or sexual intercourse, or prostitution, or inuwi na ni kliyente sa bahay para makasuhan yung ating mga traffickers or the accused. Doon pa lang, hindi na kailangan. No? Hindi kailangan. The overtax is already been done. Hindi kailangan pang pumasok sa intercourse. Alright? Another one, People versus Aguirre. In the same vein, the law does not require that the victims be transported to or be found in a brothel or a brothel or a prostitution. Then, for such crime of recruitment or transportation to be committed. In fact, it has been held that the act of sexual intercourse need not to have been consummated for recruitment to be said to have taken place. It is sufficient that accused has lured, enticed, and engaged its victims or transported them for the established purpose of exploitation, which includes prostitution, sexual exploitation, forced labor, slavery, and removal or sale of organs. Now, kung titignan natin to, ang nangyari kasi is mga minor sila. Vulnerable sila, lalo na pag sinabing malaki ang kitaan sa Cebu. Now, paano naman sasabihin naman pag sinabi na naman ni Candy na, di mo pwedeng sabihin niya kasi patagal na po siyang prostitute kasi nagtatrabaho nga niya siya sa dancer sa Cagayan de Oro City. No! It's not. It's not. Kasi sabi ng Supreme Court dito, ang tinitingnan dito is the act of the petitioner in recruiting them. That is a different set of facts that cannot be used. Sabi no ni si Candy, mga prostitute naman kami lahat-lahat. No! It instead, kung gusto niyang nullify or dismiss or quash yung ating case, yung sinabi niyang mga prostitute, ako prostitute naman sila. So wala naman kaming pagkakason. That is still a wrong argument. Kasi mas lalong nadiin pa siya na if she is a former prostitute, then most likely, the purpose of that transportation is for prostitution purposes. So, nag-solidify yung kanyang intentions and her acts violating Republic Act 9208, which is trafficking in persons. Alright? So, I think yun ang pinaka-short dito. So, ano nangyari dito? The accused was yung petition niya was dismissed, and she has to serve the penalty prescribed in RA 9208, and he cannot raise niya contention niya na wala pang nangyari at hindi niyo makakasuhan. So yun nga po, no, very very short lang po yung topic po natin. Tune in for more under the law segment, no, pipilitin natin kahit sometimes hindi maganda pakiramdam natin. Again, ako po ang inyong kuya sa batas, si Attorney Mox, nagsasabi sa inyo na read and pray para prepare tayo sa ural-ural. Bye-bye!
I'm scrolling on my Facebook page, feeling curious, attorney Mox. He's got the legal education, baby, yeah. He's the litigation expert. No one like the back of my hand. You got a problem, he's a lawyer on demand. Check his post, they're full of legal advice. Learning about the law, it's like a rolling dice from contracts to torts. He's got it all covered. Attorney Mox, he's the legal expert, no other. I'm scrolling on Mox, he's blowing up your feed. Learning about the law, that's all we really need. He's got the knowledge, he's got the skills. I'm scrolling on Mox, he's paying all your legal bills. I'm scrolling on Mox.